Hello YouTube. This is Beck here. I'm going to be showing you how to do a Maverick mod. It's just the air restrictor mod, and if I can, the barrel mod. So what you're going to need for this is some form of a screwdriver. I'm using this because it has these because it has everything I need really. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to take out all the screws here. There are two here, and then there's one inside that you're going to have to take out after taking this piece off. So once I'm done there, we'll get back to that. Okay, so I took all the screws out of here, and including the ones in the handle. There's three in the handle that are smaller than the rest that come out of all the other holes. There's one here, and one here. You're going to want to separate them like this. Just keep them in a separate area and have all that there. So, yeah. And then this little thing, you're going to want to keep it in here as I have it, so it's easier to put together, because if it comes out, you're not going to have a good time putting it back together. There's a spring in here that I'll show you how to hook back onto here throughout somewhere in the video that helps this stay forward. Alright, so let's get this thing open. Alright, so let's put this away. Alright, here we are with all of this. You will not want to mess around with this over here, actually. There's not much you can really mess with that. Be careful when over here, because the spring will come out and it'll make things even more complicated. So you're going to start by taking this out, pushing back on that, and be careful with that. Here we have a little rod that we're going to want to pry off. This is slightly different than the one I remember modifying. And the air restrictors inside are what we're taking out right now. So you're going to need to pry it off somehow. Let's try it with this first. Yeah, it's going to be slightly harder than what I thought. Let me see if I can do this. Probably not. Yeah, no. That one's not going to work like that. Wow, this is stupid. Okay, I'm going to get back to you once I get this off. So, yeah. Okay, so now I have the three screws out, which are the same size as the ones on the outside, except for the handle. And here we are to the air restrictors. What you're going to want to do is you take these off, and you'll see these little pieces here. You don't need those. So take all of these out, like this. And then you can just throw them away or keep them if you want to, just in case you want to use them for something later. Doesn't really matter. With these, what you're going to do is you're going to take some form of a cutter and you're going to bust them off like that. So, just simple as that. Doesn't matter if you get them all the way down to the end or not. It can actually really help if you do, because there's some off-brand darts that use just or don't even have the little holes in them, so you can't use these on them at all. So if you wanted to use those, you can. Alright. Yeah, there. Alright, so now we have all of those off, so time to put it back together. There are also a couple of other modifications that you can make. Like around here, you can put a few coins in here that'll compress a spring to cause it to put more air or more pressure on that, so it'll shoot even further. Let's see. Next thing that we're gonna do, we're gonna cut this off, and I believe. Okay, and this here. It's a little peg-like thing on it. And, yeah, that's about it. Alright, so, once I get those things cut off, I'll be right back. Alright, so I got the little nubs cut off here and here. It wasn't very easy, as there's a lot of dust everywhere. It took me about 5 to 10 minutes. So now what we got to do is put these pieces back on here. And remember, these do not go back in. They're useless and they're not fun to play with if you're wanting to play a really nice game with these. So once you get those back on, you're going to want to put it back on here where it all came from. And exactly how it came off. Make sure that it's lined up properly, and then put the screws back in. How you're going to do this is maybe twist it a little bit, and then get your screwdriver. Use a little saw on this to cut off the nubs. That's really dusty. Okay, there. Don't like this screwdriver very much because of how it comes out. I'm going to put these back in, and then after I do that, I'll show you guys how to do the rod, how to put that back in. Make sure that these are nice and tight back in all the way down how you got them out. It's a lot easier to put back together than to put it, or to take it apart. Okay, I still have to show you how to put the one piece over there back together. Bear with me for a second, and then we'll be all done with this. Alright, this is going to take a while, obviously, so I'm going to go ahead and come back after I'm done, because I'm pretty sure you get how to put this back together. Okay, so I got this back together again. Now we're going to put the rod back in. That's not going to take too long. This little spring came out from here. So you're going to want to put that back in. This orange thing, it doesn't matter how you put it back on, just put it there and you're going to want to pound it back in. Well, somewhat. I may need a hammer. Okay, now that I have this rod back into place, we are going to put it all back together. The nub here and here have both been cut off, so it should be able to slide out a lot easier than what it could before. So let's go ahead and put these back into place. We'll put this back into place. Hold on, there. Alright. And then, yeah, there. It falls out a lot easier. Like that. There. Alright, that's still in place. Good, good. Okay. Just gonna use this for a second so I can, okay, no I'm not. Going to use the screwdriver so I can pull this out, try and put it back into place. It's going to take a minute. Alright, well that just fell out. Let's put that back in like this. So now we're going to take this piece in front of this peg here and hook on the spring. There, now the spring is back on this rod, as I just showed, and then it'll be able to be pulled back into place by itself as this gets cocked back. So now that we have that done, we're going to put the face, no we're not. We need to put this back into place, which just slides in right there, stays in place, and it's all good. Okay, now at this point we're going to want to put the screws back in. Remember the one here will need to go in, and then the rest, and then after you do that, you put this back into place. Hold on. Like that, and then that goes back how it was. Alright, so I will be back in a minute to show you the finished look of it, which it's not much different. So yeah. Okay, so now that we're done doing the mods, see now it opens a lot further. We're going to do a test, a distance test for shooting from here to that door at the end right there. So here we go. May not look like it shoots as far. Those were both the plunger darts. These are streamline dart, or no, those are the whistler darts, which those are the best ones for this gun. Then here are some streamline. So as you can see, it can shoot all of the current Nerf darts except for the discs for the Vortex guns. So yeah, if you like this video, thumbs up it, comment, rate, subscribe, all that. And if you have any suggestions for more videos you would like to see in the future, let me know and I will consider them. Alright, bye.